on this house.
Yeah.
Really make it a drama color combination.
You can easily
stronger contrast.
the granite.
Okay, bye. It's not a good sound. Yeah, hurry.
Oh. We'd like to introduce you to Janet Stewart, interior designer extraordinaire.
The one thing that they're all surprised at is this business is not nearly as glamorous as seeing it on Divine Design.
Janet knew she had a passion for style and design early on, but it wasn't until she was in her late 30s that she decided to put that passion to the test and start her own interior design business. She now has a healthy business reputation and works in both commercial world and in the residential world.
I mean, to do your own home is one thing. To recognize what you need to do for someone else's is very, very different. So I had to figure out if I was capable of thinking outside the box enough, to be creative enough. I know there's some designers that are way out there and you just never know what they're going to come up with, and there's some that are very, very predictable. And I'm probably in between. I mean, we're not going to go in and see house after house. It's going to be identical. I'm not really schooled in it. I'm kind of self-taught. But I also like the fact that I'm in the middle. It does give me a little leeway to get a little funky sometimes, and sometimes be more conservative and do it the way you expect. This kind of table, this kind of lamp, this kind of fabric goes with this kind of fabric, and then there's times you throw in, oh, let's throw a leopard skin table in the middle of this and it'll just make it crazy, and they're like, yes! And somebody else would be going, no! So you have to kind of find that out about your client too as you go ahead and do this. So that's what you have to figure out. Little lighting, and there was no fan. And when you have an open space like this, it's very hard to put lights in the middle without having plugs or cords running out underneath rugs. So we chose something that was a very eclectic type of accent.
Yeah.
For here, we needed something with some height on it also. But this unit, these two units down here, what's neat about them is when we were presented with this project, we sat down with the agents and the head of Hubble, and we were trying to get the demographics. Who is going to be living down here? And as you can see, there's a big cross-section. You've got an older couple, and then I would say the largest percentage has probably been more the upper 20s, lower 30s, but then there's also been 3 or 4 couples that have moved in that have downsized from homes. So it is ending up being a huge cross-section. So when we did the 2 models, we did this one where I brought in some feeling of some antiques. There are actually some antiques that have been purchased in this unit and used around here, but kept a very clean type of look and open. Added the drapes for softness. So a homier type of feeling. So maybe a house, but in a condo situation or location. And the other one, when we go downstairs, you'll see is totally opposite. The demographics are definitely funkier, they're younger.
Okay.
And we did that on purpose. This is a great wall. We have used this a lot in our design elements. This is a really unique faux painting. And the faux painting gives us a chance to throw in a great color and texture element in a large space without the commitment of wallpaper.
Yep.
And what surprised me in this one here in the greens and pinks, which we purposely did totally different color schemes, a lot of the male carpenters would come in and go, wow, that's really cool. We didn't expect it to appeal to them. This was done a little bit more female oriented in its color scheme. Purposely did these units very, very, very opposite. Obviously, this one is all contemporary. And they did do a nice job of featuring all of them, that street side, but they all have a lot of light. So you do not feel enclosed.
What else is fun about your job?
What's fun is every day is very different. I'm not the kind that could do a repetitive job. I couldn't sit at a desk all the time. I don't mind doing some paperwork. I don't mind working online. But I have a color memory. I'd much rather be out there touchy-feely looking at it, and I can remember people's layouts of their homes and all of that because I'm very visual. I have a new apartment house that I'm helping on the exterior and the interior picks for Hubble Homes. These are the houses for the interiors. This is for one client. It's just all over the board. I might do a ton of furniture for months and months, and then I might not do any for months and months. But you have to have access to all those different things. The fun part about it is this is always different. It's always different. think I'm blessed to have found something that I've stayed busy. I love to do. I do get more tired than I want to anymore, but besides that, I'd rather work less hours, but wouldn't everybody?
Creating a career out of your passion means that Janet lives the adage of, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Get down here, Norm! It's looking like a house.